Anita here. Anita hit. Yeah. How's it going, you guys? I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my tripod to like be in the right place. Oops. Earthquake. Well, I wanted it angled a little better. There you go. So I'm not like way down here or way up there. How are you doing? I wasn't planning on going live tonight. I have a video that I made. But like, actually, I'll just be honest with you. I did a huge thrift haul today. And I want to tell you a little bit what I'm doing here, what I hope to accomplish, because either I'm doing something good or I've completely lost my mind. So how are you guys doing? Nice to see Bella here. Hi, Bella. Hi, Kristen. How's it going in Toronto? Are you having rain too? We've been having a lot of rain. I don't really mind. Not now that I have a car. Before it would have bothered me. But with the car, it's sort of okay in the rain. How's it going for you guys? Hey, Kukum in the house. Nice to see you. Oh, I'm glad you guys made it. What's this? What just happened here? Wait, sorry. I always have some kind of problem or another. Okay, because I want to see the chat here. You had a flash flood, Lincoln. Oh, hey, Lincoln. How's it going? A flash flood. You know, it's weird. I heard a warning on the radio yesterday. I was listening to Vermont, what do they call it? The Buzz 99.9. No, I did. My computer keeps jumping around. I didn't see the damage in Pennsylvania. I heard a warning on the radio for Vermont that there could be flash floods, and they were telling people do not be in a tunnel or any kind of like passageway, and they basically told people try to not be in a car. And they said most of the drowning deaths during a flash flood happened to people in cars. It's something people don't realize. 10 inches of rain, yeah, apparently with only a couple of inches a car can hydroplane, which means like the car is floating and you have no control over it. And people think that because they're in a car that the water can't get in, but apparently it can. It leaks in and people get stuck in their cars. So I hope you guys are all okay. No, I didn't see the damage. Yeah, in Pennsylvania. That is a real flash flood. 10 inches of rain. That's like this much rain. The National Guard had to come out. No kidding. Well, I hope they were useful. I hope they were helpful in this case. Yeah, what's up with that? What's up with all the rain? It's kind of weird, because just a couple of weeks ago it was all about fires and how dry everything was, and the air quality in Montreal was the worst quality in the world. They were doing water rescue. My God, I hope nobody died. Well, we were having fires up here, and I think that's maybe why I was coughing, because actually we had like so much pollution that it was, at first I had the windows and the doors closed, and then after a while I kind of forgot about it. But apparently it was very polluted. No one drowned. Vermont got hit worse, really worse than Pennsylvania. That's so crazy. So yeah, it was like fires, and then it's the opposite. Now it's floods. Well, I hope that the rain at least fell on the fire. I'm not even keeping up. I mean, only what I hear when I'm driving around on the radio. The state capitol is flooded. No kidding. That's Montpelier, right? Yeah, I remember being there and thinking it's kind of like in Canada where the capital is Ottawa. You'd think it would be maybe Toronto because it's such a big city, but it's Ottawa. And in Vermont, you'd think it would be Burlington, but it's Montpelier. It's just a little town. I've been there before. I sure miss Vermont. Oh, cloud seeding. Well, you know what? If the rain all fell in places where there was no fire, then I'd be really suspicious. Oh, water coming in the basement. I guess it happens. So yeah, where were we? I made a video because you guys actually, that I do some of my washing by hand. I wash a lot of my clothes. I mean, on another subject here, I wash a lot of my clothes by hand, and Rose had sent me this washboard, right? And then somebody had sent me a link in the chat to this thing called a Gallagher wringer, because I wanted one of those old crankers, and I had been looking on Amazon, and they have new ones, and they're huge. They're like really, really long. and they cost a fortune. So I didn't get one, and I was looking into getting an antique one just to help me wring out the clothes. And someone sent me the link for this, and you know, on the American on the Canadian Amazon, it costs like $600. It's like the price of a washing machine. And on the American side, it's about 200 or two something. So I ended up buying one on the American Amazon and had it shipped over from the States, you know. And I had to go through like a big learning curve with it. But I actually bought the thing that you guys sent me the link for because I had wanted one for so long that I decided it was worth it. So I've been doing all this laundry by hand. I call it my Russian laundromat. I've got this whole setup here. Yeah, you know, yeah, $6.99 for appliances each. Yeah, it's expensive, but we're not allowed to have appliances in this building. The tenants are not allowed to have their own washer or dryer or dishwasher or even a freezer, supposedly. Um, I guess because the landlord pays the electricity and or because they think that water is going to leak. But Aaron had some machines in his apartment and they actually took him to court for it and he had to unplug them. So yeah, it was Kukum. It was definitely a big learning curve. I felt like a complete idiot trying to figure out how to work the thing. And we finally got it going and now I'm like really cooking with gas, you know, I'm just like doing tons of laundry. And I haven't used the machines at all this week. And I think the only thing that I wouldn't be able to do um by hand would probably be Aaron's jeans because they're really grungy and they're heavy and I think it's just too much. But my clothes, like look, my little bitty shirts, it's nothing. And all my clothes are so easy and even Gunner's and even Aaron's. I've been, you know, those machines downstairs are so bad. The clothes come back dirty, they smell. Then and wet, like too wet, then the dryer doesn't dry them. So it's just like not worth it. But anyway, Gunner is supposed to be in summer school right now and we didn't have any of the materials that like he left all this stuff at school. They gave it to us online and trying to do it online is a nightmare. Like I'm trying to teach him from the book and just oh hi love, I'm glad to see you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, like it really doesn't work for me online. It's like it's so confusing. And when I scroll, sometimes the whole thing doesn't load. Sometimes I lose the page and I can't find where I was. And oh my God, it is such a nightmare. It just doesn't work. I don't know how people do it with everything online. I can't handle it. So I thought I would print things, but I bought some cartridges. I printed almost nothing and the cartridge ran out of ink. So I think there was something wrong with it to go get another one. And now I have to print all this stuff out. And trying to tutor Gunner is like tutoring a flea. Like he just will not look at what you're doing. He won't pay attention. If he does, it's for like 10 minutes and then he's gone for the whole day. Like he just, it's very hard, you know? So I finally realized rather than read the whole stupid book again, I I'm gonna I'm gonna just print out the part at the end where they do the review and the questionnaire and I try to get him to answer it and whatever he can't answer, then we'll go back in the book and look for that. But he has been procrastinating. Like the exam is in August and we're like halfway through July and he just hasn't done anything. So I'm starting to feel the pressure a bit for that. When somebody asked me, do all the tenants wash laundry by hand? I think a lot of them do. I think a lot of them use the machines. We all use the machines, but I think a lot of people also do their stuff by hand, you know, especially like, uh, well, there's a lot of like lower income people in this building. I think they're either they're lower income or they're just cheap. Um, some of them are lower income, and I think I would assume that they also like try to save a few bucks. And some of them are just really, really good with money. Like I told you about my Indian neighbors that they'll rent two apartments. Okay, those two guys in this apartment. Sorry if I'm repeating myself, but in case you didn't hear the story, two in this apartment and two in that. And then when it's tourist season, the two guys from that apartment go and stay with the other two and they rent out their apartment on Airbnb. And I guess they all share the proceeds from that, so it covers their rent and the other apartment. So they basically have like free rent in two apartments because the Airbnb will generate so much money in a month that it'll pay everybody's rent. And so many people are doing that there's a constant stream of tourists coming in and out of my building, and it's not legal, and the landlord doesn't want them to do it. And I was just astonished. I was standing at the front door talking to the janitor, and he's telling me about this. And just as I'm talking to him, like three sets of people come in with suitcases, and he's like, they're all Airbnb. And sometimes they'll even come up and ask him questions. Like they don't even realize that this is totally shady. And I think that those Indian guys do a lot of their laundry by hand too, because I find their racks in the garbage also. Like they get those hand, like those drying racks where they get their laundry on the balcony. And I think that they're just really, really economical, you know. They're just saving as much money as they can. Maybe they send it home or maybe they use it for something else, but they're pretty smart about it. So anyway, now I've got it like set up so I have these two big buckets, and I can do my laundry in there, and then I can wring it, and then and now I can hang it on the balcony. So for the summer anyway. But what I wanted to tell you was, yeah, it's been really, yeah, those my neighbors are like really smart. I mean, they're savvy, you know. And they've got a lot of balls too, because I'd be scared to rent my apartment to Airbnb and do something like that. But that's because I actually live here permanently, whereas they're here for like a year or two. They don't have kids. They're not like attached. There's four of them. If it doesn't work out here, they go somewhere else. And then they do another Airbnb deal, you know. But I would have a hard time. Anyway, I'm super tired today because, yeah, like I'm doing so many things. And today I took Gunner to get an MRI on his other leg, not the left one, but the right one. And that took a really long time because there were some emergencies. And so they had to do the emergency MRIs first. So we were there a long time. And then I went to see Olga, and I came back downtown, and I had to go to the post office, mailing Poshmark. And then I had one thing that I was going to return at the thrift store, but they're running a thing right now where if you bring in a donation, they give you 25% off. And this is at the best thrift store. Well, it's not the best all around, but it's the one where all the rich people donate their stuff. So I really wanted to take advantage of that this month. So I went back. No, they didn't use the dye. Hi, Java Lily. No, they didn't use the dye on Gunner. No, he wouldn't let them do that. I was actually worried about that a little as I was walking away. I was like, what if they tell him he needs to dye? And then I thought, oh, he'll never let them do that. Like, he's pretty anti-artificial, anti-chemical. Hi, Blue Flyer. Nice to see you. So I went back to the thrift store. Now, I have asked myself, am I losing my damn mind? Because I have spent so much time going to the thrift store and listing things and buying things. And you know, either yes, there's something absolutely wrong with me, and I've had like a radical personality change, and all of a sudden I'm like compulsively buying things in the thrift store, or I'm just trying to start a new business, which is how I like to think of it. And so, like I told you, I'd inherited all this stuff from my mother, and I gave so much of it away. Like I gave almost everything, all this expensive furniture and like just tons of stuff, clothes, not the jewelry. All the kitchen stuff, like I gave away tons, and the rest, some of it was auctioned. I mean, if you guys knew what was her house, could have like fueled an Etsy store for like 10 years. I mean, she had so much vintage stuff and antiques and collectibles. But anyway, the only thing that I got was the clothes, but I was like, damn it, I am not giving all these clothes away. I'm gonna find a way to like make this work. Well, and some of the jewelry, but it's like costume jewelry, you know? So when I opened the Poshmark, thanks to you, I think it was you, Java Lily, actually, who said Poshmark is easy. No, it was someone else. But you're on there too. But this other person said it was easy. And I was like, oh, easy. That works. That works for me. So I went on there. It was you. Okay. So because you said it was easy, because I was scared. I was like, oh my God, you know, I've seen people listing things on eBay, and it's these huge, long, like pages and pages of forms, and then you have to figure out the shipping. And I keep hearing about things like people scamming you, and just so many things. And I was just nervous, and I just needed somebody to like give me a little bit of advice, basically, or just help me a little. And so I guess by you telling me it was easy was like literally all I needed. And so I got on there immediately and I started listing. But like all I had was my old stuff and my mom's stuff. And her clothes are, some of them are vintage and they're nice, but a lot of them are just outdated, you know. The ones that are Y2K, oh yeah, the ones, oh, I'm going to answer your question, love. The ones that are Y2K, now Y2K is considered vintage, so it's sellable possibly. But the stuff from like the 2010s, I mean, if it appeals to someone, I guess they'll buy it. But what I did was, as I'm selling off my old crap and my mom's crap, I'm reinvesting it into stuff that has much better resale value, that I can put on there and that there are much, much better odds, you know? How did the landlord find out about Aaron's washer and dryer? Well, it was the old janitor's wife. She squealed on him. She came in there for some reason. She saw that he had a washer and dryer and she just told the landlord. And the next thing you know, he was in court. Flipping vintage. Yeah, well, my mother's stuff, it's like 2010s, which is like the worst to have right now. If it's 2020 and after, it's new, it could be okay. And if it's like early 2000s or 90s, right now, Y2K is really the thing, then it's okay. But anything from like 2012, 2013, unless it's something really special. Okay, so I'm glad you're there, Java Lily. I hope Robin shows up too. Maybe you guys can tell me what you think. Let me just take a hit off my vape. I'm going to show you what I got. I went there yesterday. I went there with a friend, and she is really, really good at finding things. She's just like one of these people that they just go through there and they just like magically find all the stuff. And she's not even a reseller. She's just a thrifter. And I was like, girl, you're missing your calling. You need to open a Poshmark. And she was like, oh, I don't know how to do it. It's going to be complicated. So now it's me telling her it's easy. Well, I went there with her. Oh, hi, Joey. Nice to see you. I went there with her, and she went through the store like a machine. It was so funny too. Oh my God. Well, like actually, the thing is, you guys know, like I joined a 12-step program a few years ago just to help me cope with my stress and all that. And this person's actually one of my sponsees. So we were like doing some 12-step work together, and then afterwards we went to the thrift store together. And I don't know her that long, you know, I've only known her like a couple months, and she seems like a really nice girl, and like there's nothing weird going on or nothing. But we go to the thrift store and we each have like a shopping cart full of stuff. And this was so funny. At the end, she goes, can you pay for my stuff? And then I'll give you cash or an e-transfer. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? I was like, no, I'm not going to pay for your stuff. And I didn't know what she meant. And it turned out what she meant was because I had the 25% off coupon and she didn't. That she wanted me to pay for it so that she could get the coupon price too. And I was like, oh, you want a coupon? And I have an extra one. I just gave her a coupon. But we laughed so hard because imagine you like go with your 12-step sponsor, you just do your step work, and then you go to the thrift store, pile $150 worth of stuff in the cart, and you're like, so could you lend me a few bucks? I mean, I can pay you, you know, next week. It was just so like, that would be so totally inappropriate. And that is not what happened, but it was so funny because it was like, that's something that Anita would do. And I told her I'd pay her next Thursday, but she wouldn't pay for my stuff anyway. Fucker. You know? Go shopping with your sponsor, load up the cart, and like entitled person, like, can you just pay for me? Anyway. It was funny. So yeah, she's an excellent thrifter, and she actually found a Chanel shirt in the store. I was like, oh my God, Chanel, what? How did you do that? I never thought there would be any Chanel anywhere there. And she found it anyway. And she found a bunch of cool things. And she found me a couple like new with tags, but they weren't like high quality. She made me buy a pair of Fashion Nova jeans. And I was like, I'm not sure about these jeans. She's like, those jeans are going to be the best thing in your whole haul. Well, today I returned the jeans. I was like, this is garbage. I don't want Fashion Nova. Oh, you got Chanel pumps. Wow. No. Is that $9.99? No kidding. Amazing. $9. Really? Not 9,000. That's pretty cool. Um, so I wanted to show you what I got that time. A couple things are in the other room. Oh, hi, Timberwolf. How are you? I'm glad you made it. I want to show you guys, but I'm like, oh my God, I'm so exhausted. Um, there's a couple of things that are in another room. Let me just check my battery. Oh yeah, my battery's good. I'd hate to like have to leave you here with that, but I really want to show you the thing. Hi, Cece. Okay, first of all, look at this bracelet. Look how cute it is. It's one of those Guatemalan bracelets, and it has like the seed beads and turquoise, and it's got the Aurora Borealis little facet. I'm obsessed with this bracelet. I love it so much because I love having like a bunch of gypsy bracelets, you know? And this one, it's my absolute favorite right now. And you know what? They sell these things for $40 on Amazon. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Oh yeah, I'm not depressed anymore. Thank you for asking. Um, yeah, so I hope you can see it. This thing was like $2 with 25% off. So I paid $1.50 for it. It's my new favorite bracelet, and it stacks really well with all my other stuff. I really want to get I gotta show it to you. Oh my God, I'm so destroyed though. I better sleep tonight. Seriously. Hold on, maybe a Gunner could come entertain you while I go get it. I don't want to leave you alone. I guess I'll take you with me. Hold on a second. Just make sure not to turn off my phone by mistake. That would be stupid. All right. I'm going to take you through my house. I could actually show you my calendar real quick, but I'm going to show you more about it in the live. Hold on a second. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. Oh, it's such a mess here, but look. Oh, there we go. See, this is it right here. But I have it mounted on a board. And yeah, I do all this laundry. Well, I'll just show you, but really I'm going to like go way more in detail in the video. Hi, Payson. See? That's Rose's ringer that she gave me. That's hanging there. And then I do my laundry here. And I wring it out with this thing. But boy, like, was it a learning curve? Oh my God. Oh yeah, look at this. I found this today. It's, what's it called? Wait. Hold on, I have to check the name. What does it say there? Dwell Studios. It's really nice. It's like a bamboo hamper. I guess that's the back. Must be the back. Yeah, because it has a seam. See, look at this gorgeous bamboo hamper. Yeah. That's pretty nice. So that was my daily score from the garbage. Proud garbage picker here. So, let me show you. My lights are dying in here. Okay, I'm just gonna go grab it. It's here in my closet. Yeah, because you guys are gonna really have to see this. This was really worth seeing. This one. I kind of have it like fairly well organized now. Yeah, it's a nice hamper. You know what I'm gonna do with it though, you guys? I swear I am obsessed, and I'm so good at fixing things, it's ridiculous. I find things and I have everything. I'm so good at like mending, and I'm really good with a glue gun, and there's like nothing I can't fix. Well, I mean, I can't fix those, but I love to find things and fix them up just a little bit and then offload them on somebody else in exchange for cash. I mean, what can you say? No one makes me happy, right? So I was thinking that probably it was like one of my Indian neighbors, and they're probably in the like international students Facebook page, and they're gonna see their laundry hamper in the buy and sell group. And they're gonna be like, that belongs to me, and I put that in the carpet. And they're gonna be like, oh, it's oh yeah, it's Mrs. So and so. She took it and she's selling my laundry hamper. Oh my God, I have absolutely no shame. Yeah, why not, right? I mean, you can literally make a living selling garbage. I was very inspired because I read this article once about a guy who makes his entire living selling stuff that he finds in the garbage, and he sells it on eBay. And what he finds is things like, when people, I love dumpster diving, come on, I mean, not like into the food bins, but sometimes you find some interesting things out there, let's just say. So, oh yeah, when spring break, I thought it was going to be really great after moving day, but like I hardly found anything. I found a couple things. I found a charger, and I guess I found the laundry basket. You don't like eBay for selling? Okay, you tell me why. Tell me why in the comments. I made one listing and I left it up as a draft, and I was like, yeah, Anita is me, Sonita. I kind of go between the two. Joey. Oh crap, I lost my train of thought again. What was I going to tell you? Oh yeah, that guy who makes his living selling stuff on eBay. Okay, here's what he's selling though. He will go into people's trash. Like, when somebody dies and they get rid of all their photo albums and all their mementos. And people will do things like they'll keep bus tickets and train tickets and flyers from a really long time ago. And sometimes, he might find like, Nona's tickets from like the 1940s or something. And people will pay for that. eBay bullies sellers. No, I don't use duct tape. I'm a professional. I use a glue gun. eBay doesn't pay tax? Oh, really? Don't tell me they're a charity. That's ridiculous. Oh my God, you found Keds in a dumpster? And you sold them on Poshmark. Excellent. I found some really amazingly expensive L'Intervalle shoes sitting on the street corner. I haven't sold those yet. Those are shoes that would sell for like $140 new. Something like that. Like really expensive. Sorry, my glasses are foggy. Okay, I found 4 pairs of shoes this like in the last month or so on the street. I found 2 really gorgeous like little resort sort of sandal slippery kind of things, but they weren't like in the garbage. Somebody had just left them in front of their house. All that happened was one of the strings had come out. I just like put it back in and like fixed it. It's perfect. They're like 100% like new. You can't even tell. It's just people just don't know what to do with a piece of string, They just don't even know that you can just put it back in. And then I found the L'Intervalle shoes. They didn't need any help. And then I found a pair of Crocs sandals and I sold those. So I've got, 4 pairs of shoes that I didn't pay for. Oh yeah, repair junk bicycles. Yeah, that's quite a bit of work though to repair all that. What? Oh yeah, shoe repair shops. Yeah, they still have them in England. And it's funny because in England, they combine hairdressing and manicure with shoe repair. So you can like get your nails done and they'll fix your shoes at the same time, which is unheard of over here. Nobody does that. A guy made it out of Seward, Alaska after starting used bike business for 1 year, and he was a stoner too. What do you mean he made it out of Seward, Alaska? He was stuck there? I guess it's pretty far. I guess you need some money to get out of there. Unless you go into Canada. So yeah, the guy was like, he would go into people's garbage and he would find all their memorabilia. And he would sell these packets. Like if someone had been to Niagara Falls in the 1950s and they had like 1950s postcards and tickets and flyers, and he would sell it as a little packet. And I thought that was very, very clever. I mean, going through people's trash, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it is mine. So I thought that was a great idea. I would totally do that. I'm like, I love it all the time, looking for stuff. Found a toddler's bouncy horse, fixed the handle with a broomstick and sold it for $35 quick cash. Yeah, cool. Well, I'm hoping to like, that laundry hamper just needs a little glue gun glue at the bottom. And I'm wondering if I can get $20 for it, But you know what? My mother was the same way. And my mom was a rich lady. Hey, Matt. Hey, Hoochie. Hoochie Mama. My mom was a rich lady. I mean, she grew up in the war, so she always had this like mindset that like at any moment, you know, and I guess anything could happen. She used to have a lot of cans of food and stuff like that. And we used to say she's saving up for World War III. And she would buy clothes and she'd like never give anything away. My mother had stuff going all the way back to like the 40s and 50s. Like she never got rid of anything. How have I been? I've been a lot better, thanks. I'm good. How are you, Matt? Um, yeah, she just like hung on to everything. Um, but she also liked to find things. She used to go, I told you, to flea markets and antique dealers and, you know, the roadside stores. But she used to also go and take things out of the trash. And my mother, I mean, imagine there was a time when my father was like more than a millionaire. They're living in an apartment building for millionaires, literally. She has a 3 carat diamond on her finger. And she sees something in the garbage and she goes down and gets it. You know, but I think she just had a really good eye and she liked stuff. But the difference between me and my mom is my mom would get it and she would keep it, whereas I won't keep it. I'll keep it for a while and then I'll move it on. How the rich stay rich. Yeah, you know what? Let me tell you something about rich people. Because I actually grew up rich. I mean, I'm not rich anymore. My father didn't leave me any money, like at all. I'm not rich. My mother spent a lot of money. He died and she spent a lot of money. And also, actually, what happened was my dad was a stock trader, but he had businesses also, but he was also a stock trader. He died in 2009, which was right after the crash. So when he died, his money was at a low. It was at like half of what it had been before, and he left it to my mom. And for the next 10 years, she tried to maintain her lifestyle without having him as an earner. So she was spending her money, you know. She wanted to, I guess, just like live the way she always did. And I hope it was worth it. I mean, she's so completely different from me in that way. My mom was, you know, she was a bit of a princess, I think. You know, she was in a way and in a way not. She had grown up during the war where she almost starved to death and almost died of kidney disease. And then yet with my father, she was so pampered. She was used to having everything. She couldn't downsize at all. Like most people, when they lose their spouse, they'll move into a smaller place, get rid of some of their stuff. She couldn't handle it. But yeah, like, so my father was so wealthy and my mom would pick things up, you know, she'd find cheap things and she'd pick them up. So, you know, a couple things about rich people, they can be pretty cheap. And they'll look down on people who are like nouveau riche, like people who made a lot of money recently, but they haven't had it for a long time, or they don't come from money. Like people who come from money, they look down on people who just made some money and they're nouveau riche, right? So people like my parents, obviously they didn't come from money. They survived World War II and they were immigrants, but they didn't want to come across as nouveau riche, you know? And a lot of their friends were like way wealthier than they were. And my parents were trying to make it look like they had as much as their friends did, but their friends had much more, you know? So they would just take really good care of their stuff and, I don't know, just never complain about money, like never talk about money. But those kind of people, they definitely like will look down on people who are flashy about their money. Yes, old money versus new money. Exactly, GTO. Hi, GTO. So old money doesn't talk about money and doesn't try to show it off. If anything, they play it down. Like their mindset is they don't want people to know how rich they are. They don't need to prove anything to anyone because they've got tons of money. And if anything, the less people know, the better, because when everyone knows you're rich, then I mean, I guess usually rich people do have other rich friends, but if you like walking around showing off how wealthy you are, like people do these days, you know, like you see a lot of influencers with their Christian Louboutin shoes and their super expensive clothes and their Gucci purses. Well, the really wealthy people, like they'll have some of that stuff, but they'll also go to Goodwill, you know, Like my mother used to buy all her furniture at the Salvation Army or whatever. She had some very expensive stuff too, but she also went thrifting. You know, so it's not like people think, you know. Get rich using other people's money. Well, you know what they say, like poor people work for their money, rich people make their money work for them. Rich people will invest, they'll buy properties or they'll invest in stocks and they'll, I mean, once you have some money, so that's the thing, like it is really hard to get that going when you don't have money to begin with. Like it's you know, I wanted to buy a property, but I discovered that unless you're earning a certain amount a year, it doesn't matter if you have something saved up, they won't give you a mortgage. They give you very little. So it's like, I don't know, how do you get to where you can actually buy something like to invest? And if you want to buy a building that you rent out, you have to have investors, you have to have all this stuff. You can't just be like, yeah, I want to buy this building and, you know, give me a mortgage. And if I screw it up, you can have it back, you know? So, but rich people will buy businesses and they'll buy property and they'll buy stocks and what they set up loans so the business fails but they keep their own money. Well, I know that my father also had like money in like Swiss bank accounts and stuff like that, you know. He didn't try to make any businesses fail, but they have like ways of like getting around taxes and they have like offshore bank accounts, that kind of thing. But yeah, they like invest their money. And then here's another thing, rich people never retire. That's like a middle class idea that like you work, and then at a certain age, then you get to retire and then you live the good life. And it's just a complete fallacy because you don't have enough money to live the good life. You're like on a pension, you have maybe some money saved. And so people will work and they'll be like, I can't wait till I'm 65 and then I retire. And rich people don't do that. Like my father literally was on the phone still with his broker or whatever, like when he was dying in the hospital. They don't, they just never stop. Like they will hustle, they will have things going, they'll either have, he did sell his business when he was 77, he sold his restaurant, but he had other businesses and he was still trading till he was like 87, you know. What does Blue Flyer say? I know in Best Friends, really rich people, they go beyond comprehension of what they want. What's weird because the rich people that I know, they live like relatively modestly. I mean, they'll have a nice house and stuff, but they're not ostentatious. They're not flashy. They don't buy like many flashy cars. Like, I guess if you're a billionaire at that point, you can do that. But people who have like a few million, they usually just have like a lot of it saved, invested, and they're a lot of times they're pretty frugal. Define rich. I mean, somebody who's making $100,000 a year is not rich. They're like doing well. They have a good income, you know. But what if they lose their job? I think someone who is rich would be someone who has like over $1 million in the bank and earns 200,000 or 250,000 a year, something like that, you know. That to me that would be like they're really well off. Something like that. And I know people, they have like $6 million in the bank, let's say. To me that's rich. How would you define rich? You know what's not rich? Somebody who like makes $500,000 on YouTube because they think that, oh, now I'm rich. But actually, no, you just got a lump sum. And imagine if you amortize that for like the next 50 years. Like, what is it? You know, it's not very much. Like, what, $10,000 a year? Yeah, someone making $100,000 a year is rich. See, I don't think of them as rich because, like, what happens if you get disabled or you lose your job or something happens? If you have also, you know, a couple $1 million in the bank, plus you're making that much, then you're rich. I mean, you can be well off or like doing well, but it's not the same thing as rich, you know. Like my parents were like really well off at one point. Yeah, a lot of YouTubers buying property and cars beyond means before videos. Well, It's like people who win the lottery. I've read about this, that most people who win the lottery, who win like a lot of money in the lottery, are worse off a year later than they were before because they don't know how to manage their money. And I kind of wonder with the YouTubers, like some of them, like Trisha Paytas, she, for example, she has so many things going, and I'm sure she has so much money socked away that she can afford to like live in this fancy house and buy all the stuff. Because I think that she probably has so much that it's even after her popularity fades. I mean, she's clever too. She'll like come up with something else to do in middle age. Um, she's like really well off. But there's people that, like, I remember this guy, what was his name? Vigilant Christian. And he said that he made $500,000 on YouTube, which is way more than I ever made. And he spent all of it. It was all gone. All of it. He had nothing after. And I think that happens, you know. And I knew this girl once. She was actually one of the people who was the inspiration for Anita. I'm not going to say her name. She had a sugar daddy. There's a sugar daddy again. Okay. So I knew this girl. She was quite pretty, but grungy though, you know, like kind of a crusty kind of pretty, you know what I mean? And she had this sugar daddy who lived in New York. And he used to give her money for everything. And she had a kid with this crusty guy. And I went over to their place and they had a bassinet that must have cost like $2,000. Like they're literally a couple of junkies. And they have all this like unbelievable fancy stuff. Yeah, she was the original inspiration for Anita Hit. This particular girl. What's the chance she's going to watch this video? She's never going to see it. Well, she should just be flattered anyway. Oh, Shelly says her friend won 14 million and 20 years later she's a cashier at Home Depot. She gambled. Oh my God. I've heard it so many times. But let me tell you what happened to her. This girl, let's call her B. She's going to know who she is, but she'll never watch this video because she doesn't care. She doesn't care about me, so she won't watch. Okay, so B has a sugar daddy in New York, and she is a train rider. She's a crusty punk who, she likes designer clothes, but in her heart, she must have been really at odds with herself because she was like a tramp, like a crusty, but she also really liked to have the good stuff. You know what I mean? And she would hop trains and ride over the border and go to the States. And she was actually on welfare here while she had this millionaire sugar daddy in New York. And I said to her once, like, why are you on welfare? And she goes, why not? It's free money. And I was like, okay, you know. I was like, no, I don't think of it that way. But anyway, so she would go down to the States and see her sugar daddy, and he would give her tons of money. And she had so much money. She used to pay people $20 to pick up her dog's poop. She would literally like flag someone down and be like, could you pick that up for me, please? I'll give you $20. She had these like designer items for herself, for her child, expensive clothes. And it was weird, eh? Because like I said, she was basically a crusty and she was a junkie. But she had like fantastic clothes, all this beautiful stuff. She's got this scuzzy partner, you know, who she had the baby with. And then the sugar daddy dies and leaves her $1 million. So she must have been thinking, I got it made. Well, let me tell you what she did with that $1 million. She went to, first of all, Hamilton, Ontario, which, no offense to anyone who lives in Hamilton. Okay, I'm sure there's nice people, but I went to Hamilton in the 90s. I hope it's changed because it was just, I called it like the armpit of Canada at the time. I'm just going to be honest. It was very scuzzy. There was a lot of, it starts with the letter D. The next letter is R. I think you know what it was. Okay, I don't know how to censor myself. I may get demonetized, but basically there was a lot of drug addicts there. But there wasn't a lot of really good drugs. So what there was a lot of cancer and AIDS patients. It's the truth. I'm not going to lie. This is really what happened. A lot of sick people. I don't know what they're all doing in Hamilton. A lot of old people or sick people. I don't know. A lot of cancer patients selling their pain pills to the local junkie population who would wait around all day to get a few of these Dilaudid or whatever. And it was so scuzzy, you know. It was just like little town with the tiny little strip and just some of the scuzziest people I've ever met in my life. Man, like people who like literally the cat pees on the floor and they don't even pick it up, you know, like, oh my God. And I was staying with these guys and they were scuzzy, but it was weird because one of them was an addict and the others were not. One of them was like old and one of them was kind of middle-aged and he was losing his hair and he wore a wig, but it was a bad wig. It was like, it had like short bangs and it just looked like, you know, you're wearing like a Poindexter wig. If you're gonna wear a wig, why don't you wear a nice one? This was like the worst, like, it was a real wig, but it had like the style of a Halloween wig, you know? So apparently this guy was really sensitive about his hair loss. But I didn't know, like, well, I knew, right? But I didn't realize how what I was about to say was going to come off to this guy. He's in his room. I look in the room and I go, nice rug. And rug is like slang for a wig. And he was like, what? What did you say? And I was like, that's like a really nice Oriental carpet. And the guy was already sweating, you know? He thought that I was talking about his wig. The guy was so paranoid. But I was like, in my mind, I was like, oh my God, he thinks you're talking about his wig. His toupee. Nice rug. No, really, the rug, like the actual rug on the floor. Anyway, so I'm staying with these scuzzy people because I went over there to visit a friend of mine who was also scuzzy. Girl I went to university with. And Hamilton was like kind of a dump. Artist Heart keeps asking me, how do I pay my bills now? What do I do for a living? I'm a home care worker. Like I have a day job. I just don't make enough on my day job. So I side hustle. Now I'm a reseller too. Garbage picker extraordinaire. And I fix things too. And then I sell them to the unsuspecting. Yeah, I made the guy sweat. But anyway, so that was my experience of Hamilton. It was like bad drugs and bad wigs, you know? And so this girl B gets $1 million. And where does she move? Hamilton, Ontario. And I was like, oh my God, why? And she gets, no, a home care worker, like a caregiver. Like a take care of other people. No, not stay-at-home mom, but like a what do they call it? Like an orderly, but it's like a home orderly, you know? I've been doing that for like almost 20 years. So anyway, yeah, so she gets this money and she moves to Ontario. She moves to Hamilton and she gets this house. Oh, no, it's not rough. No, I love being a caregiver. It's totally natural to me. I think that I was made for that, honestly. The things that people complain about with caregiving, like with my mother, you know, I took care of my mother also. Now she's like in a home, but before I would take care of her when she was like getting worse with her Alzheimer's. And I know some people like they have a really hard time with it. And I guess it's just a mindset. Like you just have to understand where the person's coming from and the time frame that it takes them to like come around and like be able to cooperate. You have to be very, very patient, you know? You just can't be under pressure. I think it's a tough job if you're in an institutional setting where you have a lot of people that you have to take care of and like you don't have the time or resources. And that's like with anything, like where you're stretched to the limit. But that's not the case with me because it's just private, you know, it's one-on-one. Yeah. So anyway, oh, thanks. Yeah, it is a responsibility. Yeah, and you can get burnt out. It's true. Yeah, physical. Yeah, I think that's how I screwed up my back also, actually, to begin with. But anyway, I want to tell you, yeah, like a nanny for the elderly. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's the only thing that I can do like as an actual job. Like I can't work in a company or a restaurant or a store or like I can't work with other people unless I'm like working with one-on-one. And the thing with this is like you just do your cleaning and listen to crime shows and you know, like it's fine. I like doing that. I'm glad it doesn't pay a lot though, you know, so hence the side hustles. But anyway, yeah, so she moves to Hamilton, Ontario and she gets this house. She was renting it, and she had all these scuzzy people living with her, and she's like spending money left and right. She's like buying food for people, she's buying stuff for people. These junkies like stole her son's PlayStation, they stole the TV, they stole everything. I mean, what kind of judgment do you have? You know, what do you think they're why do you think they're hanging around you? Now they know you've got all this money, so they're like, you know, wasps on a barbecue, and they stole everything. Then she had the idea she wanted to open up a French fry restaurant, but she knows nothing about the restaurant business. And somebody goes, well, why don't you give me $10,000 and I'll go and start it. I'll go open it. Guess what happened? She got ripped off for her $10,000. Then she bought a motorcycle. Then she had an accident with the motorcycle and ripped up her leg. And I think it was pretty serious, but she did survive. So she paid for everyone's housing. She paid for everyone's stuff, probably the drugs too. They ripped her off, took her to the cleaners. Somebody ripped her off for like her $10,000. And like piece by piece, she got ripped off and blew all the money. I think then she also like just did a lot of drugs. And within 1 year, it was all gone, all of it. And I was like, oh, what did you, I want to shake her. Like, you idiot, what have you done with the money? You know, like I couldn't believe it. Like, you should have given it to a broker. You could just like lived off the interest. So stupid. Oh my God. I can't tell you how many times I've heard stories of people winning the lottery or inheriting money and being like, I'm rich, I'm rich. They buy a house, then they can't afford to keep it up. You know, they're screwed. Unbelievable. I mean, I think there was this one girl in England who had won 500,000 pounds in the lottery. She bought herself a house, but not just any house. And this was a while ago. So it was a big house, big fancy house. And then she ran out of money and she asked to go on benefits. Well, I'm entitled to it. I don't have any money. She wanted to go on welfare. Over here, if you own a large property, you have to sell your property first. And then they'll estimate how long it would take to spend that money to live off it. Like they'll amortize that. And you can't even go on welfare until they're sure you're good and broke. You have to be completely broke. Have I thought of teaching French online? You know, I don't want to be online and I don't want to have commitments to other people. I just can't deal with it. I would much rather be picking garbage and selling it online. I'm telling you the truth. I taught piano a bit and I just don't want to deal with it. Tutoring French. I mean, yeah, I'm like qualified as an English teacher, but I guess I could do French too. But it's a lot of work, you know. My friend Karen, she became a teacher, an English teacher. She worked in the school and they only give them 20 hours of work per week. But on top of that, they probably have like 20 hours of prep to do, prep and correction. It's a lot of work. Wait, artist heart, no disrespect, ask me how you take care of yourself, but my family's wealthy, but I ran off like a gypsy and cut off. Well, no, I haven't been cut off or anything. My father passed away. He left the money to my mother. She spent most of it. And like whatever money she has, it's hers, not mine. And she's in retirement home, so that she's just paying for her retirement home, you know? I take care of my bad self. Yeah, absolutely. I always did. Like I've always had like 2 or 3 jobs. And that's why when I got this fatigue, this chronic fatigue, and all of a sudden I couldn't even keep up with what I had to do in the day. I was like, this isn't normal. And you know, the doctor or people, they just look at you like it's in your head, you know, like you're lazy or you have a bad attitude or you're depressed. And I'm like, no, really, I'm tired, you know? But it was just my breast implants were screwing me up. They're out now in case you didn't know. And also I have a sleep disorder, plain and simple. And it was giving me so much pain and fatigue that I couldn't work. But I've always been a hard worker. Like, I mean, like literally like just work. Like when I met Aaron, I had 3 jobs. And I would always have side hustles. Like I graduated with all my fancy education. And I ended up working in a call center. I was just like, what? I just got a university degree? Well, you know, it's one thing to be good at school. It's another thing to be good at finding a good job or like networking. That wasn't my strength. So I ended up working in a call center. But then I also worked as a transcriptionist in a hospital. But I would have side hustles. Like at one point I was doing surveys for a pharmaceutical company. I was interviewing doctors And, this was at the time when the pharmaceutical companies would basically bribe doctors by giving them catered food and free trips and whatever, right? And I was sent in there as the mole to figure out which of these marketing tactics are working, because they wanted to know which of these perks have you benefited from and which of these drugs do you prescribe. So they want to know, like, let's say there's two comparable osteoporosis drugs, one from this brand, one from that brand. They're going to ask you, which perks have you taken from Eli Lilly, for example, and which perks have you taken from, I don't know, Sanofi Pasteur or whatever. And then they'll ask you which medications you prescribe, because they're trying to figure out how to bribe doctors. Literally, that's what I was sent in there. And I didn't even really clue into what was going on. I was just like, yeah, it's normal. I was so dumb. I didn't even, like, I was there interviewing them, and it never really occurred to me, like, oh, they're really bribing them. I was like, well, isn't that nice? They get free trips. Isn't that nice to get catering? Oh, they get all these free samples. I was so, like, completely the opposite of how I am now. So I had that, and I also, like, worked as a model scout at one point. I did a lot of things. How's my son? He's doing better. He's doing better this week, yeah. So yeah, I was always like that. So now that I got my energy back, I'm just like really back to work, you know what I mean? I'm doing all this crazy laundry by hand. I got to tutor my kid. That's the hardest part because he won't cooperate. And so with the thrifting, like I was telling you, I was trying to get rid of all my mom's crap, which is not easy to do, but as I'm getting rid of it, I'm reinvesting. Um, Arctic Timberwolf says, "Oh, I want a job as a model scout." I started to wonder whether the agency was like a scam. Like, I was being sent to find people who had a certain look, bring them to the agency, and the agency was trying to get them to sign up to get a portfolio, but they had to pay for the portfolio. And I know that there's people who worked there who made money and got like good modeling gigs, but I think that there's a lot of people that just paid a lot of money for the portfolio. You know who worked there with me was Lisa, my friend Lisa, the one I went to get the rainbow thermos with. Oh, your mother found money under the carpet. That's amazing. Was it her money that she just forgot was there? Well, that's great. Finding money is always lots of fun. Um, you were a private investigator? That sounds really cool. A model scout, it's somebody who goes out looking for good-looking people to bring to the modeling agency. Yeah. So I was like scouting people, and sometimes I'd approach them, and they'd tell me they were already with an agency. I don't remember too much about it. I just remember like stopping a lot of beautiful girls and being like, "Hey, I'm with such and such agency. I really like your look. I want to invite you to come in for an interview. That kind of thing." But yeah, so okay, I try to offload my mother's stuff, and as I'm selling it, then I'm reinvesting it, because I think that the stuff that I have for my mother is going to sit there for a very long time. And it's okay. I don't mind, like if I don't have like profit, but I just kind of reinvest it. It's okay, because for one, since I've been thrifting, I'm not buying any more clothes or jewelry. Look, I just bought this for $1.50, this bracelet. So I'm already saving money by not buying any new clothes. My shoes, these were thrifted, and my shirt, this was thrifted. So this outfit cost me like $15. Oh, $16.50 with the jewelry. So whereas before, I think I spent probably like about $500 on clothes a couple times a year. I mean, it maybe not that much. I would hope not, but if you think that, jeans could easily be $50, a couple pairs of jeans, couple sweaters here and there, maybe some boots, 1 year $350 UGG boots, there's $350 right there, plus tax. I think I probably did spend that much money. So anyway, now I haven't spent any money, and as I'm selling the stuff, I'm reinvesting it. And you know what? It really started to pick up speed. Like it's not a lot of sales, but I'm new on Poshmark, right? So last month was it was I guess it was pretty slow. So in like the first, what are we now, the 12th? By this time last month I had 2 sales, which is nothing. Um this month I have 7 already. So I have like more than 3 times the amount of sales. So yay. And on Marketplace too, I've been on there a long time. And Marketplace is more like, like the laundry hamper that I found. I'll fix it, I'll sell it on there. And the thing with Marketplace is good to have a lot of stuff and just leave it, and then people will eventually contact you. The dodgy thing about it is that it's running on AI since it transferred to Meta, and they will flag you like if you put up clothing that they think like, and this is stupid. It's like Tommy Hilfiger, like these kind of known brands. They'll think you're selling fakes. But the obscure brands like Agnes B that are worth tons of money and they don't know what it is. The AI isn't, you can post that. Nobody's going to know. But if you post like, I post a pair of Geox shoes and they flagged that one. And a friend of mine also like got a Tommy Hilfiger shirt taken out. So stupid. So that's what made me nervous about Marketplace. So it's a good place to sell like household goods, stuff that people use in the day to day, vintage kitchen stuff, things like that. It's iffy for clothes. And I've noticed what people do is they'll put a rack and they'll put all their clothes this way and they'll just title it vide dressing, like a closet clear out. And then they'll show parts of the clothes and then you have to message them for more info. So I think that people know that is iffy. Speaking of racks, I just got a rack on Marketplace. I got it for free because what I need to do is go live on Poshmark. I'm gearing up, as Anita would say, and it's just a big learning curve. But I did get it enabled. So yeah, I'm like offloading this stuff on Poshmark, and like for example, in this week, well no, like let's say the last 2 weeks, I made like maybe $170 on Poshmark and $100 on Marketplace, something like that. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe I made $300, which for me is good. For 2 weeks, it's much better because before it used to be like 100 or 200 a month. So I'm hoping that it's going to continue like this. So I spent like $200 of that to get some new stuff that's way better. And so like hopefully this is strategic. So I want to show you some of the things that I got. Like I always show you my thrift hauls. Okay. I'm going to show you the one from yesterday. All right, so I sold my thrifted bags. Actually, all the stuff that I thrifted in Verdun that day, almost all of it I sold, and I made a profit. And the thrift haul that I showed you that I went to Ville Saint Laurent, I made back like my money plus like 3 times. Like I made, I don't know, I spent 50 and I made like 150 or something. So I did make money with those thrift hauls. Okay, so I traded in my mom's old crap. Actually, no, like it was some thrifted things and some vintage things. But anyway, so I got this Aritzia Sunday Best dress, which is way too small for me. So this is like a very trendy brand. But honestly, this dress is like an older style. But I got it because what did I pay for it? It was $12, but it was on a discount. So I think I paid like $9 for it. And it's a pretty fancy dress. And I'm not going to make a lot of money with this. I might make $25 profit, hopefully. I love the dress. It's a size 2. Like, I'm not going to mark it up like a whole lot. But, I mean, I might only literally make $15 or $20 profit, Oh, hi, baby. I'm doing live. Uh-oh, he wants to show me something. Sorry, just 1 second. It must be an emergency. It's an emergency? Oh, he's showing me his water bottle. Ooh.
It's very dirty.
Oh yeah, it's like all moldy in the bottom.
That's what happens.
Disgusting. That's why I don't use water bottles. Look at this. Baby's been drinking out of it. It's all black in the bottom. Disgusting. Well, Gunnar, drink out of something else. Let me finish my live, babe.
Okay.
Want to say hi?
Well.
So, I see the dress go up for $50 on Poshmark. But Poshmark takes a cut. So then you would come home with 40 if you sold it for the full price. But usually people want a discount. So you might sell it for 45 or 40, not 50. Bleach the cup, not the dress. If you sell it for 40, you're going to come out with like 32. Minus the $10 that I spent. So that's like maybe $20 that I could make. It's not a whole lot. But I like the dress a lot, and I wanted to save it from the thrift store and put it out there in the world, and maybe somebody would want it. I don't care if I make 10 or 15 bucks off it. It's fine, you know. It's just, you know, like, here's the thing. Like, these thrift stores, like, there is such a massive influx of stuff in there that a lot of it ends up in the Goodwill bins. Like, even the nice things like this, if it doesn't sell after a little while, it goes to the bins. And then they have it for like $1 a piece. And after that, it goes to the landfill. So, you know, I thought it was really, really cute, and it was in such perfect condition. So I got this dress, and then look what I found. This is so crazy. This is really amazing. This is Urban Outfitters, and it's faux fur, like with a sort of, like a snow leopard print, and it is so gorgeous. I imagine, you guys, I trade my old junk in for this. Do we have bins? Yeah, we do. One of these days I'm going to go. Man, I tried this on. I felt like a rock star. Look. Look, I look all glam in it. Isn't it nice? It's like I wouldn't even want to sell it. It's so plushy and soft. It's so like new and perfect. Some rich lady dumped it. It's beautiful. And I started making the listing, but it's a draft. Here, look at this. It's really something. You know, my problem is really my hair. If I had better hair, everything would look good. But it's incredible. Oh no, he's playing his bass now. Gunner! Keep it. No, I'm trying to run a business. I can't keep it. And if I wear it, I'll probably ruin it. Ruin everything. I'm just a cleaning lady. I can't keep this. Where am I going to wear it? I don't go anywhere. No. And it's an extra small, which is so weird. Oh, my Poshmark. It's at Elga's Bazaar. I'll give you my Poshmark link. But you can only buy anything from me if you're in Canada. That's the only catch. That's the catch, because there's no cross-border shopping. Yeah, it's totally me. I need the money though, you guys. I have to like run a business. I can't start getting attached to everything. This thing, it's right now it's new. It's like new without tags. It's so, oh my God. It even smells new. If I wear it, I swear I will ruin it. A date. I'm gonna go on a date. What, with my husband? I'm gonna go wear this with Aaron. He doesn't. I don't need to wear that. No, I do love clothes, but on other people, it's like ain't nobody got time for that. I seriously don't. Okay, now I also got this. This is crazy. I mean, see, I'm just not like, I don't have anyone to impress. I just will always choose the thing that's very comfortable and practical, and also that I can. Like, if I ruin it, it's like, oh well, I ruined it. I do a lot of cleaning, and then when I'm not cleaning, I'm doing my laundry here and I'm editing. Yeah, well, wait till you see this one. This one is even more wow. Well, no, they're both wow, but this one is incredible. I'm all dressed up and nowhere to go. Yeah, then I need to get myself like $1 million wig. Maybe I'll find one in the thrift store one day. Then I'm really going to look like a superstar. Look at that. fuzzy. It's hot. Wait, it gets even better. So it's got fuzzy on here, and it's got the hood. And it's got this design in the front. You see this little octopus? You know what that is? This is a Lululemon, you guys, and it's a limited edition. I traded my junk in for a Lululemon limited edition. Isn't that incredible? I couldn't even believe when I saw this. I was like, oh, look at this. It says Lululemon Athletica. Limited edition 2,095 out of 5,500. Limited edition. Yeah, you can see why I reinvested my money. I mean, I could just leave my Poshmark with all my mom's stuff on there, you know, which I'm trying to sell it like whatever. I don't even care. I make people offers. I sold 2 things yesterday. I think I made like 13 bucks on one and like 17 on the other. What does it say? I hate you only sell in Canada. I can't help it. No, I'm in Canada. Yeah, that's why I've been trying to get on eBay, especially because I keep showing you all my clothes and then I can't even sell them to you, which is kind of lame, you know. But I did say if you really want something, just email me. You just leave me a comment under the video. If you really want something, I will sell it. I can sell it privately. I don't need eBay, right? eBay is for like reaching people, but if somebody you know wants it, yeah, you're in the States. Yeah, okay, well, I mean, I'm also just doing it because I know it's fun, right? It's fun for you. You don't have to buy my stuff. Why did I keep the tag on it? Just so I can remember how little I paid for it. This was amazing. You thought I was in the US? Do I not sound Canadian? I lived in the US for a long time. I think I sound pretty Canadian now. People used to make fun of me and said I had an American accent, but now I'm Canadian. So there. So this one, it's also Lululemon. Okay. Oh yeah, it has zippered pockets. See? And it's got like a mesh on the inside, and it's got this. What, my jeans are like falling down. Yeah. So it's got like, oh, it's got like a mesh on the inside. Whew! It's so hot. This is for like hiking in the fall when you're like a rich lady who likes to keep your gorgeous toned body fit by hiking. Then you wear this. These are like really good quality jackets. Yeah, it has like this little vent thing here in the back. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to like make a post at some point. Yeah, it's crazy, eh? It's adorbs, yeah. I don't know. I was just like really focused on the Poshmark and getting listings up because the thing is, if you guys see something on there and you like it, well, I do have a little store. It's Poshmark, you know. But if you guys see something on there and you like it, just email me, and I give it to you for less than on Poshmark, and you just pay the shipping. Because you would pay more shipping if you're in the US. This is crazy. I found this. This is absolutely insane. This is luxury. This is like $225 running shorts, like workout clothes. It has some kind of special anti-pilling technology. It's got a gorgeous, gorgeous pattern on it. And it's from Camilla. You know, when I saw this with the gold tag and the feel of the material, I was like, ooh, what's that? So it's a bit like a Lululemon kind of thing. Is the guitar bothering you? See, it's got pockets and sides. It's got a pocket here. Yeah, this is crazy, eh? I would list this for like 120 on Poshmark at least. That's half of the full retail price. Okay, so that was my one day. Today, I'm going to show you the things that I'm not going to keep because I brought a bunch of stuff home and I think I'm going to get rid of it. I'll go and I'll trade it in for something else. Yeah, I got Seinfeld base in the back. So I got this Desigual dress, which it is really, really nice, but it doesn't have the ribbon belt. And I mean, I'm going to think about it for a bit. But the thing is, I like Desigual. It's like super funky, you know? This is called, it's called a something chula dress. Wait, it says it here. Atypical chula life. And the back has this. And it's got this like sort of fringe around it. I like this kind of stuff. But I don't think that Desigual is like a big seller because when I look at how much this dress sells for, yeah, it is really nice, but I see it selling for like anywhere from $25 to $40, but considering how much I paid $12. I can't sell it for $20. I'm gonna come out with what, $4? It's like not even worth it. Better to trade it in. And this one, I picked it up because I really like it. It's totally worth nothing. I mean, not nothing. Like people sell it for like $10, but check it out. It's Hawaiian print. I think it's kind of like, it's Forever 21, which is like bargain brand. Tell me what you think, because I'm about ready to bring this one back. Because I thought, well, maybe I'll wear it. You like the funky hippie style? Yeah, that's my style. Yeah, funky Janis Joplin, boho, hippie style. So it's a Hawaiian print shirt in yellow. And it's really light and airy. But I don't know. I'm going to sit on this one for a little bit. I love the pattern. Like it's got hibiscus, which is my favorite flower. I don't know though. Like, do I look ridiculous or is this okay? It's not your color. Like, be honest with me. Not your colors. What do you think on me? I don't know. I feel like Radar now, or who was it? Like the guy on MASH. Like my friend Justin always wears Hawaiian print. I don't usually wear this kind of thing. It is fun though. I mean, I did pick it up for a reason, but no, Bella. Bella says no. I think most people are saying no. Be honest with me. Don't let me go walking around like I got in somebody's tickle trunk, you know? Okay, this, I thought this was really, really cute. It's from Forever 21. It's for Christmas and it has the Grinch all over it. It's a Christmas thing. It was super cheap too. But you know what? I know why it was cheap. Because something bit it. It got bit. See, it's got a couple of holes in it. It actually looks like the dog grabbed it like this. It looks like it's got a bite mark in it. Or it got stuck on something. But it looked like a dog. But, I mean, I could fix it. Is anybody going to want to buy it if it's been repaired, though? I don't know. I paid almost nothing for it. I don't know if it's worth keeping something and if I have to fix it. But it is really, really cute, right? Christmas sweater. So I thought I might return that one. And I picked up this dress and I'm thinking I'm going to return it also. This is Maggie London. Forever 50. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. And it's a store for like 80-year-olds who want to feel 50 forever. With like the mom jeans and like the athletic wear. Yeah. The sneakers. Yeah, something happened to that one. So this dress, like, it's pretty cool, but I don't know. I just think it's, you know, like it's got the ruffle on the top and everything. But honestly, You like Maggie London? You know, I noticed she has a lot of nice dresses. So I was like, oh, I've never taken one of hers before. Maybe I'll grab it. Vintage distress. Yeah, grunge. Authentic grunge. No, but it's not vintage. It's just from like a couple of years ago. So, I don't know. I might fix the grunge sweater and then see. I can do a really good mending job. Like, you wouldn't even know, man. I fixed this pair of Ed Hardy jeans. You can't even tell. The pockets, it's like perfect. But I don't know if it's worth the trouble. Anyway, I think I just fixed the Ed Hardy jeans just for fun, you know. And like, you can't see the seam at all, but now I'm not happy and I want to like take it apart and like do the seam on the other side. So, oh, my son did his guitar. So those are the ones that I was thinking I'm going to give back. Okay, this one I was thinking I might keep. It's just Gap. It's not like a big deal. But you know what's cool about this shirt? Look at it. You know what it has all over it? It's got cats all over it. Oh, you like to hear him play? You know, it's a good sign that he's playing because it means his mental health is getting better. Because when he was depressed, he didn't even play guitar. Cat shirt. Not for me. I'm a rabbit lady, not a cat lady. But I thought, like, wow, I've never seen a shirt that had so many cats on it before. Come on, it's so funky. Thrift store clothes. Look, what do you think? I don't think I would wear it for me. But can I even close it? I can close it. Yeah, you ordered a cat tie-dye? Well, I mean, I just thought it was cool, like that it was all cats. Yeah, I'm too fat. It doesn't fit. Wait. Yeah, it's a little too small for me. It's supposed to be kind of loose. Yeah, it's cute, right? It's like pink and white. What do you guys think of it having cats everywhere? Is that kind of like a... I mean, look, it's like a nice preppy shirt. Nice preppy Gap. I feel like real preppy now. Ready for the country club. It's in really, really good shape too. But I mean, this kind of stuff is not worth much. The thrift stores have it all wrong. Marking up Gap and, you know, they got it so wrong. The resellers are not looking for Gap. Do you like it? Crazy cat lady would love it? Maybe, eh? And I wouldn't ask for much. Like, oh God, it was $8. That's a lot. So, you know, for a shirt like that, I probably couldn't get more than like 15 for it. So it's almost like a labor of love just to help out a cat lady. But I thought I would keep it. This one is from today also. This one I really, really like. It's Lucky brand. These things are really cool. This is like, wait, I got my tank top. Hold on, I'll show you. I'll do a try on haul. This one is really, really nice. If I was like a kept woman, I would wear nice clothes all the time. But since I'm always getting dirty, oh my God, I like, see, you know, when you put it on and you're just like in love immediately. You mean, hey now, yes. Like one day, well, no, it's not gonna happen because I love Aaron. I'm never leaving Aaron. He's never gonna be a rich man and I won't be a kept woman. I need a sugar daddy though. Help me out. Careful not to overpay. Yeah, of course. I know. I bought the cat shirt because it was 25% off, so I actually paid $6. So I thought, well, 6 is not so bad. If I can make, you know, if I can get, well, if I get 24, that's great. I make $10. Otherwise, what? You lost your Maggie? Was it a cat? Aw, I'm sorry. Okay, well, I'm glad you feel better. I hope it was a cat, not your daughter. Not that it's not hard to lose a cat, but your 16-year-old Maggie. Blue heeler must have been a pet. Maybe I don't know what a blue heeler is. My hair looks healthy. You know what? I've been using this shampoo that my friend Isabel sold me. It's called Secret. Secret. it is looking a bit better. I don't know if it's going to grow back in the back though, because it all fell out. That's the problem. Is it better? The back was always way shorter. See? We'll see. It's been April, May, June. It's been only like 3 months. Oh, a dog. Okay, well, I'm sorry about that. What do you think of this boho shirt, man? It's so cute. This is so me. Like boho mama here. This is totally me. This is so like Janis Joplin hippie clothes. And it's so comfy. Oh, I love this one. But it's kind of weird to have like things hanging down. What do people do with this? What do you do with this part? Do you tie it? Is that what you do? Or you just leave it hanging down? But this shirt, I absolutely love it. Look how cute it is with the flowers. I don't even want to sell it. Just keep this one for me. This is really good. Alright, and I found this. Now, they do not know what this is. Well, they charged it $8 for it, but I don't think they realize. This, believe it or not, this is called Swan. And it's a luxury brand. This is like a $250 shirt. Believe it or not. I mean, I don't know if it's a popular luxury brand. Maybe it's not. Nobody cares about it over here. But in Europe, this is a very considered a luxury brand. And they had it listed as a women's shirt. But I don't think so. You like my badass hippie shirt? This one's pretty cool. If they don't buy it, they're missing out. Now this, how can this be a men's shirt? How is that possible? It says small. It says small on it, but when you look at the website, yeah, look, it's so small that like the buttons are even gonna pop on me. Do we have summer days in Canada? Yeah. It's hot right now. It's like super hot. Let me fix my mom jeans here. Oh my god, it's way too hot for this. So, like, this has to be a women's shirt. It has to be. But man, is it ever soft. You know these like luxury fabrics? They're like, you touch them and they just feel so nice. It's like, it's viscose or something. Viscose is a big favorite with luxury brands. So I thought I'll get this one. Maybe somebody will know what it is. It's cute. Yeah, with jeans and sandals. But the thing is, with Montreal, it's either very cold or it's very hot. Like when it's really hot, you do not want to have long sleeves. I think that this is something you could wear in the fall, you know. So this one's pretty nice. This is one of my personal favorites. This is probably like my favorite thing that I found all day. Look, it's a vintage like nightie dress. Like it's like a micro mini. I'll show you how short it is. Or a shirt. It's like to wear to bed. Like super, super short. Like a long shirt. Look how cute. Isn't that adorable? And this too. This is also a luxury brand. L'année lingerie de nuit. It's like a French luxury night lingerie. I thought it was really, really cute. It looks really like 60s, doesn't it? Or even almost 50s with this kind of pattern here. I don't think it's from the 50s. Does it say anything about where it was made? It is so old that you can't find it on the internet. Like, there's only like I found like one thrifted top. That's weird. It's not viscose. It's No, maybe it is viscose. I know this. I know the feeling of this material. Well, it feels like viscose, but it feels like it's got this other thing in it too. Polyamide, I think is what they call it. It feels like viscose polyamide kind of mix. Anyway, it's super cute. I love this thing. Even like, I guess you could even wear it in the day. It looks like super, super retro. I don't know, it's like too ridiculously retro. What do you think? Yeah? Yeah, for like a swimsuit. And I picked this up today. This is my first piece from this brand, and I grabbed it just because I know that it's a popular brand. And it's a size small. And they charged me 10 bucks for it, but I got the 25% off. It's a tank top by Wilfred. So apparently this is just a really, really well-made brand. It feels similar to the, wait, what's it made out of? Dry clean only. Oh, it's silk. Oh my God, really? So that's why it's so soft. 100% silk, but it's really soft. It's gorgeous. Animal print tank top. Yeah. Oh my God, yeah, it's sold at Aritzia. That's right. This is an expensive tank top. It's a fancy one. So I got that to resell. I love the vintage one. This is like my favorite. And this thing was just like, it's so gorgeous. It's a total score. And then I found this also. This is also from Aritzia. Wait, where is it? This is a super cool dress. I don't think it would fit me. Well, it's a medium. It's called Daily Practice. It's kind of like boho print, and it's got ruching on one side, which I guess, yeah, you can adjust it. You can like pull it up or down if you want it ruched or not. I haven't even tried it on. I'm going to see. It's super, super soft. Like you can tell it's really good quality. I'm not going to look like the girl in the picture, but I think it's going to look pretty good. Yeah, it looks nice. With my jeans underneath. Yeah, it's pretty much a dynamite dress, right? What? It's not on right. How's that? I love the pattern. It's got all this like florals in it and stuff. A little bit of what do you think? What do you think of this one? It's cute, eh? Look at the colors, are so nice. I'm seriously gonna have to go out dressed like a rich lady, but I'm afraid I'm gonna ruin it. Oh, hi, New Kettle. So that was my first day was the Lululemon and the Urban Outfitters jacket and this. And then I went back and I got like this whole mixed bag, and I sort of sorted it, and like I showed you, like half of it I want to keep and half I don't. And this is absolutely gorgeous, you know. And if I was young and I had a reason to wear this, like to go out or something, I would totally wear it. I think that I need like some shapewear with it. Oh yeah, speaking of shapewear though, I did get one other thing. And you know what? Like if I have too much trouble selling them, I could sell them on Marketplace and just like have a very small profit. I got this because it's new with the tags. And it's called Under Control by Secret. How much? It's a 2XL. That's why. What? I thought it said large here. Oh, it's a 2XL. That's why it's so loose on me. because I'm like a 12, maybe a 14, more like a 12. And I thought this was a large for some reason. I tried it on. I was like, it's not doing anything. Oh, but it would be great for someone who's actually 2XL because it's got these panels here. So it just like holds everything in, like shapes you. So if you're wearing like one of those, like a really nice dress. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I love that one too. Like one of these nice dresses, I have like the Agnes B dress or something, and you need some shapewear underneath. It's got panels. If you're Canadian, this is going to be on my Poshmark. So if you're Canadian, you can buy it if you want it. If not, like leave me a message underneath. I'll give you my email if you're interested. Oh my God. I'll be honest though, like when he plays like that and it's not really a song and he's just sort of jamming, oh my God, like, ugh, it's so hard on my nerves. I don't think I can take it anymore. I'm gonna have to ask him. Just one second. Hey Gunnar, can you do me a favor? Gunnar? Well, that sounds good, but when you're just like doing... Okay, wait. You guys, I'm going to bring you in there so you can see him. Hold on. Watch what he's doing. A small dress? No, the black one is a 2X. You guys remember that nice shirt with all the colors? That was a 2X. I just sold that one. And she was really happy. Hold on. Gunnar, can you do it again? Do that thing you just did.
But I have a ripped blister.
Oh, you have a blister. So does that mean are you going to stop?
Another part.
That sounds pretty cool. Gunnar, do Tom the cat and then stop so that I can finish my live because you're driving me nuts. You gotta rip. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay, nice. Very nice.
But it hurts.
Okay, Gunny, give it a rest now. You gotta rip, please. Like, my nerves can't take it anymore. Like, it's good, but stop. Okay, thank you. He's getting good, eh? Piano. Oh, you saw the bunny under the piano? Yeah, that's Snow. He's having his little outing. Man, is it ever hot in here? Somebody asked me if it gets hot in Canada. Yeah, like it sure does. Oh my gosh, so hot. Okay, so I have one more thing I want to show you. Oh, so it's nice to hear you playing bass again.
I had a blister, and then I got a blister on top of my blister.
Ouch. Okay, give it a rest. Let your finger heal. Hey, what did you guys think of this, eh? The Maggie London dress is kind of like... Let me know what you think of this one. I think I'll go exchange it. I'll find something else. You know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to take Robin's advice and go on Monday, because when I found all that Lululemon, that was on a Monday. That's the thing. Because, like she said, people donate stuff on the weekend, so you find all the best stuff on the Monday. All right. So here's the last thing. I hope you guys don't mind. I mean, I hope you're interested. So, like, I'm venturing into athletic wear, okay? Because I discovered there's, like, an absolutely huge market for it. And it sells for a lot and it sells consistently. And I have never owned athletic wear before. When I go to the gym, I just wear any random t-shirt and any random tights. Like I literally wear Ardennes floral tights and I look like I have mental health problems and I really don't care, you know, because that's me. I don't care what people think. I'm not there to impress. And the tights work just fine. But apparently, what? He needs to stand so he can use. Yeah, he did play at live shows. He did a live show. He needs to do more, but he got depressed and burnt out, so he didn't do any more. Yeah, I'm learning a lot from people who've been thrifting and reselling for a long time. You know, like, I mean, if I'm breaking even, then there's no harm done. Worst case scenario, I just have a hobby and I wasted a lot of time, but I'm enjoying myself, you know. I haven't lost money though. So these are Lululemon, yay! So I got them when they had the whole 25% off thing. So that's pretty good. So I got them for like about roughly $10, $9 or $10. And you know what's cool about these? This is a very unusual pattern. Like, I don't know if you can see it. It has like a zigzag pattern in it. And this was the first pair I bought because they actually fit me. And they have the little pocket here and everything. So you can put your like, where you put your key for your locker or I don't know. Oh, it's a size 8, but it fits me. Even though normally I would take like a 10 or even a 12. Hi, Sharon. Yeah, I'm glad you caught a live. I'm just doing my weekly thrift haul. I was going to do it on Thursday. I have a video for you today, but I was doing so much thrifting because they're having a special. You gave your Lululemons to the thrift shop? Oh my God. Could have put them on Poshmark. I've never had any before because they're bloody expensive. But anyway, I have some now, and I really love the color. And I originally bought that one for me. Okay, I bought this. It's a Nike. It's in good shape too. It's not stained or anything. It's like really good. I'm gonna steam clean it. And it's extra large. Oh, thanks, Sharon. Thank you. It's got this in the back, which is super awkward for someone like me who has to wear a regular bra. I don't know how people manage. Actually, I think that it has like, no, you don't even have to wear a bra. It's got like a built-in bra. Interesting. So, and I like blue. So I bought like a bunch of athletic wear today. Oh my God, it was cheap too. So yeah, there's a Nike. And this one is also with the built-in bra. What is this? Athletic Works, which I don't know, but I'm going to give it a try. Oh, it was so cheap. Why not? Let's just try it. Worst case scenario, I end up stuck with it and I just use it. And this one, this is really good quality. If I could just figure out how it goes. Holy crap. It's complicated. Oh, okay. So this is by Athleta. Oh, I can imagine myself with all my rolls with a little top like this. I don't think so. But somebody out there is probably going to like it. Wait, where's the thing? Where it says what it is? Well, it's a small. Then I have to look up shelf bras are the best for pajamas. Wait, is my bra on properly? Yeah, it is. I'm wearing those like bralette things now that I got my stupid implants out. My boobs look so much better. Like without the implants, they look so much more natural. See? Like that's a normal boob shape. Before it had like a big stupid implant here. Oh, it looks much better. I'm so much more into like the smaller boob natural look. I think a lot of women now are going to natural. I never have that pain anymore since I got rid of my boobs. Oh, I can't figure out how this goes. I just had it. I'm like completely tangled in it. These are some complicated clothes. Oh, okay, it goes like this. Oh, it crosses in the back. Okay, so that's Athleta. So that's like a really top of the line brand from what I understand. So I picked it up. And this is Nike also. Nike Dry Fit, and it's in really, really good shape. Like there's nothing wrong with it. And it's, how big is it? Large. So that's good. So that's Nike. So there's a couple Nikes there. And this. Oh, this one's Adidas. It wasn't cheap, but I got it because it has this cool pattern on it and it was in really good shape. It looks like it's new, actually. What size is it? A large. So that's Adidas. So I've got Lululemon, Athleta, Nike, and Adidas. Oh, it's Goldie Hawn's daughter's company. Oh, hi, Jana. Hey, nice to see you. Oh, really? You would? Well, I'm like spending all my time right now digging through the thrift store racks to find these gems because they're running a special. Hi, Michelle. And this, oh, okay, this is, wait, what's this brand called? Okay, I know this logo, but Under Armour, and that's another really good brand. And it's in such good shape. Well, this one is a little bit worn. Like, it doesn't look new, but it's still really good. It's Under Armour, and it's, oh my God, Tabarnak, I can't find it. Where's the size? You know, it's crazy because the thrift store tag says large, but it's a small. And it's cute because it has like the pink inside on the waistband. So Under Armour. And this one is another Lululemon, and it's blue. Oh, Artist Heart. I got them when I was like 25 years old. It was like many moons ago. It is a long story. I actually did a whole video about why I got them. It was because I had a breast reduction and I wasn't happy with it. And then I got the implants and then I just like left it like that. I didn't want to deal with them. And then they made me sick and then I got them out. This is Lululemon. You know what's really cool? Look at this. It has zippers. Which is pretty cool, I think. Yeah, so it's got the little Lulu logo. So I was pretty excited to find that. What size is it? It's kind of hard to tell, but you know what I have to do sometimes? Because they take these out at the thrift store. Because like we're not going to know it's Lululemon if you take that out. Or maybe the person just did. But sometimes the thrift stores will take the logos out. Oh, Kate Hudson owns Fabletics? Well, is that Goldie Hawn's daughter? Anyway, these were nice. They're really thick. You know, I think that this is like, these would be for like running like in winter or something. They're thick. They feel like they would be warm. So that's more Lulu. And then I have this one. This must have been something special because this had like one of those special, the only thing that I bought that had an electronic tag on it. I didn't even think they had an, yeah, Under Armour's a good brand, yeah. I didn't even think that they had like a system for that at Goodwill. But this is a Lulu. And they're like running shorts. How come I can't sell the US? It's just the way Poshmark works. It's because I'm not on eBay. I'm only on Poshmark because that's all my nerves can handle right now. And it's just their policy. They just don't ship cross-border. But like I said, if you like anything in the video, you can just leave me a comment and I'll give you my email and then we can hook it up, you know? Because I'll put it on Poshmark and you can see the specifications and whatever. And I don't know, like minus the Poshmark markup and then make it US dollars and the shipping is like $25 or something. Because I did that with someone before. she saw a couple things on my Poshmark and she wanted them and she was in the US. So we tried to like translate how much it was and add the shipping, and she just paid me through PayPal, you know. I need to like get my shit together though, seriously. Oh my God. Okay, this is something else. This is called Vuori. This is some fancy stuff from what I understand. And it's almost like a really high quality material. It's almost fleecy. Vuori. Yeah. What size is it though? It's got the pocket. Anyway, as you see, like I they look small to me. They look small. But as you see, like I'm trying things out, you know, I'm sort of branching out. I started with my own crap, my mother's crap. I bought some nice vintage things. That was really my thing, is usually vintage. But I've been studying and I decided to test out athletic wear and see how it goes, you know? Because I mean, yeah, all the nice unique dresses, it's good, but I don't know, I'm just trying to find a way to make this like really work, you know? Something where like I can find things that sell reliably, because the stuff I have on there, yeah, it's all like unique and like that gorgeous Talbot's blouse. There was a lady out there who has the same taste as me. She likes the floral, she likes the retro, and she was happy to buy it. But I told you in my other life, she was a pest. She wanted a major discount. I ended up giving it to her, but it's just like, I think that they don't understand. Poshmark takes 20%, and it's a flat rate of $4 under $20. Yeah, so like on $20, you lose $4. On 25, you lose 5. So you lose only $1 extra. Yeah. So like, yeah, like if you sell something for $10, they still take off $4. So you come out with 6, you know? Well, I tried. I said she wanted it for 20. She said, "Will you sell it for 20?" And I said, "How about 30?" So I offered her 30 with the shipping discount, which would have left me with about $20. And then she said, like, I don't know how it went, but she ended up deciding, like, I don't know. She just, in the end, it didn't really matter. Like, it's fine, you know, like I made a couple bucks. I didn't make very much. It didn't really matter, because when I bought that shirt, I was thinking there's someone out there who's going to really love this shirt as much as I do, you know? I get excited about brands. Yeah. Oh, I like stuff that's comfy and cute too. Yeah. It is time consuming. There's an enormous amount of time that goes into doing this. It's not like you just waltz into the thrift store, grab a few things off the rack, the common brands everyone knows, like Zara and Banana Republic. Nobody cares about that stuff. Nobody cares. Forever 21. What else did I have that like doesn't sell? Those things don't sell. I mean, they do, but for very little. Like, you will not make money with them. Oh, thank you, Gypsy. Okay, sending you love back. So the thing is that because of the markup on Poshmark, if you buy something that, you know, the thrift stores will mark them up especially, but like, let's say it's Gap or Zara, which there's a ton of. And I mean, yeah, there's some good Zara out there. But if you buy a Zara piece for $10 and you can only list it for 25, you're going to sell it for 20, maybe with the shipping discount. You get your $10 back, you know? It's not worth it. You have to find things that you bought for $10 that retails for 110 that you can sell for 50, and then with the discounts and whatever else, you might make $25 on an item that's worth like $120. You know, you're not gonna get like the price of the new item. There, people are looking for a discount, but at least it'll sell. At least you'll make 25, not just get your money back or make $5. So that seems to be the goal. Like, people who do this successfully, I mean, either you can like be selling luxury brands where I don't know how you're going to find them for so cheap, and you make $100 every time you sell something, or you make more. Or you sell things that people use a lot that are for some reason very expensive. You sell them at a discount, you make $25. I think that's what I'm aiming for at this point. So I've got all this fabulous athletic wear, and I kind of really like that. You know, I really like the athletic wear. I think it's more practical. But the best one is this one. But you know, if somebody wants to go to the gym and they want some, you know, really nice running shorts, are they going to buy the Lululemons that I'm listing for 40 or 50, or are they going to buy the Camillas that I'm listing for 110, you know, or 120? Like, who's going to buy this? Somebody who wants to look, oh, almost cut out again. Somebody who wants to look really fancy might buy this one. But I think the average person would go for those like Nike, Athleta, that kind of thing. Anyway, I'm excited. So that's the new direction that I'm going in. And I especially love the Lululemon jackets. It's best to sell locally, like Gypsy says, yeah. Well, like if I buy something that I can resell it for $10 more, it's not worth it on the internet at all. I won't even get the $10. They're going to get it, not me. You know? Then I would try to put it on Marketplace. But the problem with Marketplace, like I said, is their AI system that is flagging everyone for selling fake things. That's what made me run from Marketplace and try to go somewhere else, you know? So I think that's pretty much it for my stuff. And that's it. And the laundry basket, which I have to fix. Yeah, looking for unique things. Oh my God, Fashion Nova, never again. So I told you in the beginning of this live that I was with someone who, she is very, very good thrifter, and she found a Chanel shirt. Impressive. And she recommended to me to take this pair of Fashion Nova jeans. And then I was like, why? It's a garbage brand, you know? And sure enough, I returned them today. So I returned that and bought all this other stuff instead. Oh yeah, you didn't tell me. What do you think of this? I think that I don't want to do these midi dresses anymore. I just want to do like maxi dresses. But you know what? In NDG, I find some really good brands, but I find really stylish stuff in Hochelaga. So I might go down there and look for some maxi dresses. Maybe some vintage. So what do you think of this? Yes or no? Should I keep it? Just, I think you guys said no already. That was like generally it was no for this one. Let me know what you think. I kind of think no. With Melanie? No, everybody says no. Okay, let's get rid of it. Oh, I forgot. I had one more thing. This doesn't sell for very much, but it is very cool. I mean, I can wear it. It's wait, what's it called? It's what is it? Aritzia or is it Urban Outfitters? I forgot now. It's called Tallulah. Wait, hold on a second. I think it might be Urban Outfitters. I can't even remember. Anyway, look at it. It's like a military jacket. To go with my hippie stuff, like to complete the hippie look, you need like a bit of military in there. It's pretty cool, and it's a jacket. Gunnar would love this if it wasn't a women's jacket. It wouldn't fit him. Why is it so tight here? Oh, somebody made this tight. Aritzia. Yeah? Okay, it's an Aritzia jacket. Tallulah. I saw it and I was like, wow, that's so nice. And it looks like kind of distressed, but it's made that way. So we'll see if anybody wants it. So I'm getting rid of that dress. What about this? the Hawaiian print. I think that I'll just look like mom at the barbecue. What size? What size what? The Aritzia jacket? The Tallulah jacket? Oh my god. Large. Yeah, that's why I was like, oh my god, it's so cool. But I'm gonna wear my same old hippie coat. Yeah. No, no, not this one. No, do I look like an idiot? This is perfect for Aunt Flo. I should bring out Aunt Flo. I never do her. For me, well, to resell, no. Okay, everybody says no, no, no. Oh, you guys are the best. I don't know what I would do without you. I mean, I kind of like it, but I guess it's no. Wait a minute. Let's see what Aunt Flo thinks. Wait, she was just here. You guys, I always, yellow shirt be gone, okay? I always wanted to bring out Aunt Flo on a live. Keep the jacket. Oh, absolutely. All the jackets I'm keeping. Okay, hold on a second. One second. Aunt Flo coming. Well, hi, y'all. Aunt Flo here. I'm wearing my new snazzy duds. Oh, come on. They're so snazzy. How come y'all don't like it? I like to put a little pizzazz in my summer. A little splash of hibiscus. A little bit of palm leaf. A little bit of sunshine yellow. I was thinking, if I get a date on Plenty of Fish, I'm going to wear this blouse. And I'm putting it all the way up for modesty, so they don't think I'm a hussy. Y'all don't like this one, huh? Well, I never. You know, it's getting harder and harder to be a good Christian these days. Even this shirt from Forever 21 has a gaping hole where the cleavage is. You see? Right there. You see that? Now that's dangerous. I could wear this shirt and I might incite lust in someone's loins. And then I would be sending him straight to hell. And that's not my goal at all. Forever 81. Now that's clever. Now that's a good business idea. I might pass that one on to Anita. What if somebody opened a retail outlet and it's all old lady clothes? Dr. Scholl's shoes, you know, those ugly orthopedic shoes. Little old lady coats that like go way too long and they're way too tight up here with a belt. And like an old lady hat, you know, like a big huge one that comes down. Don't forget the gloves. And I could call it Forever 81. And those little booties with a little bit of a heel, if you're feeling snazzy, that is. Fake pearls. I think you might be onto something. Stretchy waistbands. Now that's for the Forever 51. A stretchy waistband, workout pants, roomy shirts. You know, the menopause special, 50% off. 50% extra on your waistline. Polyester pants. Now you're talking my language. One of my favorite blouses I ever had was polyester. It was blue. And it came with polyester pants. It was a fantastic set. I lost the pants. They wouldn't fit me now anyway because I'm over 51. But I still have a shirt. Oh, depends. They could have a whole underwear section. It's all just depends. That you guys are just a bunch of geniuses. I'm so lucky to have you as my friends. You come up with a lot of good ideas. So this is a no. You know, now that I'm here, let's get down to brass tacks. Y'all have any dating advice you need from Aunt Flo? I'll put on something more comfortable. Like this little tiny sweet nothing of a negligee from Paris, France. You go ahead and ask me whatever you want. I'm an open book. Open book that nobody wants to open. Let's see. Oh, good heavens, I'm stuck. Got to show up on my date like this. Wouldn't that be terrible if I put this thing on just as I was getting ready and I have the fella come to my place and I say, hey, I'm just going to go slip into something a little more comfortable. And I come back downstairs looking like this. He said, good Lord, what happened to you? I said, well, I feel a lot more comfortable now. Well, he'll say, well, I don't feel comfortable at all, and I think I'm leaving. Well, it's just I got a lot of hair, you know. You know, I think I've never seen myself looking so weird in my entire life. I don't know. Maybe it could be a look. I'm surprised they didn't go around like this in the 60s. I think it could have been a look, maybe the 60s or maybe the early 2000s with the raver days. So I can get myself into this thing. Whew. OMG, what's happening? Well, I got stuck in my fancy little sweet nothings for a second. But everything's okay now. What does it say? Well, I don't know, new kettle. I don't speak Greek or Latin or nothing. Aprons now. That's a good idea. Very good idea to have an apron in the kitchen if you're ruining your fancy clothes. It was the hair. How's this? Come on now. This is perfect for me. Oh, I just love it. It's so soft. I never want to take it off. So now that I'm dressed in my fancy thing, let's take 5 minutes and I'll answer your questions. And then I'm going to go to bed at a reasonable hour. Ooh, gosh, it's already 1:30 in the morning. I must be losing my dang mind. A bathing suit cover-up? What's that? What's a bathing suit? It's not a bathing suit. It's a fancy French thing from a long time ago. Worth a lot of money. So I hear. Nobody has questions? Come on, don't be shy. You got a problem with your fella? Just go ahead and ask me. I got lots of experience. Go ahead and ask me questions about whatever you want. I'll straighten you right out. Yes, sir. Oh, well, you're all shy now. Nobody wants to ask. Nobody wants to ask Aunt Flo. I'll just sit here. Wait for the cobwebs to grow on my arms. What kind of man am I looking for? Well, a man that likes women, first of all. And maybe one who likes me. That's important too. Oh, hi, Ed. Welcome back. Yeah, Aunt Flo holding down the fort here. I've always wanted to be on live TV, and here's my opportunity. So I'm not going to screw it up. I came on here, I put on a sweet little sweet nothing from France. French, the language of love. Yes, sir. And anyway, now I'm here to answer your questions, and then I'm going to go to bed at a reasonable hour, which is before the sun comes up. Good heavens! Why did your husband die? Well, I'm a good Christian woman, not a ghost contacting medium. I can't answer that question. I don't know. I'm so sorry for your loss, but I don't know. I mean, I said I had a lot of advice. I didn't say that I was the all-seeing creator. I'm sorry. Now, should I pay for the first date or just dine and dash? Well, that depends. Are you the man or are you the lady? If you're the man and you take her out, you dine and dash, you're going straight to hell. You don't do that. You'll never live it down. Good heavens. You better not do that. Now, if you're the lady and he's paying and you don't like him, well, then you could just say, excuse me, I have to go powder my nose. And then you just don't come back. So then it's okay. There's a double standard. But that's fair because we women got it hard, you know? So it should be okay for us to die and dash rather than have to hang around and try to get a guy to take no for an answer. So there's your answer. Next question. Any advice for those who are not as beautiful as you? Oh, don't be ridiculous. What matters is not your outer beauty, although I know that I have been well endowed. It's your inner beauty. And let me tell you a little secret. When you're at peace with yourself and other people and the world, you become more beautiful. It's true. Like, for example, if you're kind of so-so looking, like you're in a real funky mood all the time, you're going to look as ugly as you possibly can. If you get all full of good Christian love and goodwill towards men and women and, and you're at peace with yourself and you're walking hand in hand with the Lord doing God's work, well, then you won't be so cranky and funky. And then your whole face will change and you'll just be a beautiful woman of God. And then you'll have to be beating the men off with the sticks because you're not that kind of girl. Go away, shoot. See, that's the double-edged sword, you know. You look better, but then you don't want them because you're too holy. God will send the right guy. That's true. It's got to be God's will. And you know what? I'll tell you the truth. If you're trying to find that guy and you pick some loser just because you don't want to be single and you latch on to that man, well, as long as you latch on to that loser, God can't bring the right man into your life. Because you're not doing his will, you're doing your will. So you latched onto the wrong guy, and while you're doing that, well, God's just kind of like, oh, well, I'll see you when you're ready to stop trying to do my job. Yeah. So that's my advice. Don't spend your time with the wrong guy. Because you're just wasting your time, you know. Yeah. Any more questions? Peas in a pod. Good heavens. Oh no, you're a widow and you're lonely. Oh, I'm so sorry. How do you endure loneliness? Well, I would recommend cultivating some kind of addiction, like, for example, going to a thrift store, or it could be Bible study. But whatever it is, maybe if you get so obsessed with something ridiculous, like buying used clothing, then you won't feel lonely anymore because you have your mind on something else. I mean, that might not be the most sensitive thing to say, but it works for me. Keep yourself busy. Yup. I mean, the thing is, you just can't say, oh, I want a man and he's just going to show up. I had to learn that the hard way. I had to date a lot of losers. I guess, when you serve others, it does help with loneliness because, number one, you're serving God by taking care of other people. And I don't mean serving them like some kind of martyr, like, oh, here I go again. I got to clean up this mess. But whatever you do it for God, and you serve God. And I think that helps take the edge off also. Takes the edge off the loneliness. Just focus on serving God. And then every spare minute you get, head out to the thrift store. How do I find a rich man? I don't know. But when you find one, if you don't like him, you can give him my phone number. How's that? How do you find a rich man? I really don't know. And the funny thing about rich men is you think they all want to be dating these tiny little gorgeous women. And sometimes they're really not. They just date regular women. Maybe, number one, you could be rich. That might help. Because then you're moving in those circles, Number two, we could hang out where rich people hang out. And that was an idea that I had. I think I might go have lunch at the Ritz. That might not work. Where do rich people hang out where they don't have a mouth full of food? The sailing club, like the yacht club, don't get a job there because they won't date the help. But maybe you could just hang out at the yacht club. I don't know if that's going to work. Maybe you have to rent a yacht, pass yourself off. I think that I'm creating a lot of scheming, and I'm pretty sure this would snowball. I don't know. Find a place where rich people hang out, where you don't have to be rich to do what they're doing. That should do it. Oh, I know. Go shopping in the rich neighborhood. I'm going to try that. I'll go shopping in the Westmount. Golf courses. Yeah. Maybe, you know what? Maybe if you have rich friends, they'll introduce you. Ah, you see? What did I say about the yacht club? Michelle says, my cousin went to the boating area and met her man. Well, there you go. So it's true. Mm-hmm. Go to the gym in an upscale neighborhood. I guess it's possible. How do you find a man with curly hair like yours? I don't know. I guess you got to keep your eyes peeled. Look around for that curly hair. You'll meet him in the jacuzzi. Good heavens. Whew. It was hot in here before, but now it's really hot. I'm going to have to go soon because I need to go to bed at a reasonable hour. But I think that has been some very good advice for the lovelorn from yours truly. I mean, just humble bragging here, you know. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with y'all. I hope you have a good night. I'm going to go over there, and Sonia will see you off. Hey! That was a first. That was fun. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm really glad that I had my special guest Flo for the first time. She's never gone live before. Maybe I'll have Anita come on live sometime. And I should really go because it is late and I've been on here for a very long time as usual. I've had a lot of fun with you. I love you guys. You're really the best. A new rug and some dentures. My mom not only watched my YouTube, she was in some of my videos. She loved the fact that I did YouTube and she loved to be on camera. That's why, like, even after she got sick, I did still like film her. She came over, made videos, and I know that she always loved to be on camera. Yeah. So yeah, she certainly was. Okay, well, thanks so much for joining me, all y'all. Yeah, Blue Flyer Aunt Flo just made an appearance, first time going live. And I'm going to go now and get us ready to go to bed. But thanks so much for stopping in, and I'll upload my video on Thursday. Okay, have a good night, guys. Bye.